Hello, this is Adam Henderson. Welcome to another Scrabble analysis game from a tournament game I played a few months ago in Portland. It was a 6-day, 1-day tournament. It was NASPA rated. Actually, I skipped over one of the games I played in that tournament because I looked at it. I'm like, okay, I lost 500 something to 200 something. It was a blowout loss against Carl Johnson. Just creamed me. Completely one-sided game. I decided I'm gonna skip analyzing that one because there's just I didn't really make any significant mistakes. I just drew poorly. So that was pretty much all that was. And when a top expert like Carl gets really good letters, that can happen. So I'm gonna skip over that game because it's just not very interesting. I would consider that game an unwinnable game. If you really want to see it, leave a comment below saying I really want to see that blowout game where Carl Johnson defeated you. I don't think anyone's going to say that though. Just take my word for it. That was an unwinnable game. He did play. Carl did play this word that I challenged. That he played it for 130 points. He played quinina for 130. And I have seen that word before, quinina, but I did challenge it because it was worth 130 and that was like ridiculous. And I didn't remember at the very moment he played it. I just did not remember ever seeing this word quinina, but I have seen it. I saw it in 2023. So that was a little over a year ago when I saw this word. But I see so many words like rip rap and uh, twinned and self heal, semi door, like all these weird words. So it's just, especially if I haven't gotten down here yet. This is a recently added word that I've seen. I'm still making flashcards from years ago, so it's going to be a while before quinina makes into my flashcards. Yeah, quinina is just another word for quinine, which is a naturally occurring alkaloid used to treat malaria and babesiosis. I guess babesia is something that causes babesiosis. I don't know. Um. All right, let's take a look at this game. So he opens with prank, and I would imagine he would play it here. I didn't get a photo of this game, guys, so sorry if I struggle figuring out where things get played. And okay, hold on. One of these A's is an O. So I have the word Kof, so I imagine playing Kof is probably correct here. Yep. Yeah, I can't imagine that was the wrong play. So Kof is correct. So far, I think we're both 100% on accuracy. Chess has this like super mega ultra chess computer called, I don't know why it's called Stockfish, but I think there's some browser based Stockfish where you can analyze your games on. Anyway, I'm just getting back into watching chess videos. I used to play chess a long time ago, but no more. He plays Rit for 27. And I do not have his racks, so I can't tell you how accurate his plays are, but I imagine him being a 2000 player, they're pretty damn accurate. Value gets played for 24. Yeah, so it's saying that this is the okay. So Avenues definitely is the best play. I just didn't see it. Saying Uvia might be better, because it keeps a really good leave. I can see this being better than value. Yeah, I didn't see Uvia either. Okay, but the game goes on. I made the third best play in that position. Ante comes down for 24. And one thing about playing a 2000 rated player is that I'm not sure how I could explain this best, but it's kind of the same phenomenon when you're playing a really strong computer. It's like you're more likely to play a phony against a strong computer or a really strong Scrabble player than you are against somebody that's rated considerably weaker than you. So, like, if I'm playing, because you're gonna see some phonies played by me in this game. Let's say I'm playing George. I'm not picking on George, but like, I play him in club a lot. I know, like, I don't need to phony against George, so I try very hard to make sure that my plays are not phonies, because I don't need. He'll still challenge. For some reason, George likes to challenge a lot of my plays, even though he loses almost all of his challenges. Uh, but where am I going with this? Uh, I don't need to. I don't need to phony against George to win, but when I'm playing against it doesn't even need to be a strong computer. It doesn't even need to be a strong human player. This analogy works against computers that never accept phonies. So if I'm playing against a strong computer, I'll still play phonies against it sometimes, because I know that I need to play the absolute best move in almost every situation to beat it. So that's why I'll end up playing more phonies against a strong computer or a strong human player. I hope I explained that in a way that makes sense. If I didn't, feel free to comment below, but I don't know how to explain it any better. So anyway, where was I? Okay, so this I played C's for 43. I didn't really enjoy playing this, but I guess it's the best play. And here he plays D-Force. Which is a weird play, D-Force. I'm curious if this is one of those 2016 words. No, it's just a normal word. Okay. What does D-Force mean? To withhold by force. So here's where I first phonied, and I actually do have a bingo here. I just didn't see it. Demi-lune. Oh, I've seen this word before. That's why I'm laughing. Demi-lune, guys. Did you? So if you had, for my viewers, if you had this rack, would you have found Demi-lune? It's a pretty tough play to find, I think. I've seen this play before, though. But yeah, it's the reason I didn't know this word cold, because Demi-lune is one of those words I haven't seen. I only saw relatively recently. It was 2022 I first saw this word. So I can forgive myself for not seeing Demi-lune. I kind of was like, when I played Unmilked here, I was kind of like, I kind of don't like this word, but I kind of feel like I need to do something. So I was just like, it was a bad situation. I just felt like I'm just gonna go for it, and I think this was too out there of a play to actually be worth making. I think he held it for a little bit, so he didn't challenge it immediately, but he did find the challenge. It's really not that great of a word. Not that great of a phony. I mean, so the game goes on, and the only reason I'll show you the rest of this game is it ends up being close enough for the rest of the game that it's actually worth considering the plays. So he plays Flan for 27. So I still have Demi-Lune, but I was just not going to be finding that play. So I played Unlike, knowing that it takes an S hook. I think it's only the S. I think there might be another one, another letter, Unlike. So None-like is the other one. Yeah, I think he pointed that out, or somebody did. None-like is the other one that Unlike has a front hook on. Waiver is the next play for 39. I played Germ here for 20. I'm going to try to go through the rest of these plays quickly. I don't think this is a particularly interesting game, especially after I made that terrible phony. I try to explain why phonies happen more against expert players. I'm not sure if I explained it as well as I could have. It's a difficult concept to explain, but it is a phenomenon. Like, I don't need to play phonies against weaker players. There's just no reason to. Because you can win without having to play a phony against weaker players. Snoot comes down for 21. I've got Edia, which doesn't play. Diatom for 27. This was my play. I don't know. This might not have been the best play just because it keeps the G. EG is pretty bad leave. Yeah, it's -2. The G by itself, I think the E helps the G a little bit. It's even worse than -3. The G is a pretty bad letter. A lot of people don't realize that, at least new players. Diatom probably it scored well, but like some of these other plays might be better. Like Zig scores 21, so it's 6 points less, but yeah, I'm not sure. At least gets rid of the G. Maybe Diatom isn't so bad, but it's hard to play. This is a pretty miserable position to be in. All right. The X is still out, so if somebody has an X, that could help if I drew the X. So maybe Diatom isn't so bad. It reaches for that X. Judy comes down next. Where does Judy play? For 15. Okay. I just went for res here, which I don't know. I'm just making plays at this point. I guess I had given up. He plays his X down for 36. Gave for 14. So that at least opens up the board. It opens up the lane. He plays buy for 12. So waiverer, okay, for 13. Yeah, that seems cool. I like me for 21. That scores a little bit better. I think he actually found waiverer later in this game. What did I play here? I played J-O. Okay. Yeah, he makes some weird plays in this position. I guess he's up by so much, he just wants to fish for another bingo is what's going on. He plays Sig for 9. And here was the critical position where I played Reamless. I guess I didn't have a bingo here, but I tried Reamless, which wasn't a bad, I guess. This one I think is a much more plausible phony than Unmilked. I think Unmilked was just a bad phony, but this one I think has a lot more chance. But I think he held this one for a while, and I'm actually a little bit surprised. He's really good at. I think this is a pretty good phony, but he's just so good at challenging off phonies. He must really have a good handle on the dictionary. Excuse me. So Reamless comes out off. And he actually plays U static. Which I played resample next. He plays Al for 3. And I played he for 28. Where does he play for 28? Oh, right here. And then he plays Disdain for 65 to go out. And that's the end of the game. He wins 438 to 295. I think he miscounted his last play of Disdain there. But anyway, that was the game. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Probably not the most thought-provoking game, this one, but I thought it was at least worth doing a video on. So thanks for watching. Leave a like below. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.